It's time to welcome Jsmars, aka Jonathan, to Playing with a Dev. We discuss the new rug and armor coming to Valheim, placing things on crafting extensions, and building restrictions in general. We actually chat about quite a few things, including some questions I've gotten from the community. So let's jump in. Hello! Welcome to the world.
Oh, hello. There you are. I thought you were talking to your to
Hubs.
Hubs.
No, I snuck up on you.
Okay, hello there.
Hello. You got like silver armor. You're gonna be fine with that.
Yeah, should be okay.
How did I get here? It let me come through here and I had iron on me. That's never happened before.
No, I had left stuff there.
Oh, Hubs left stuff sitting here, so I picked it up when I walked in. That's what happened. I was
Classic
like,
mistake.
right? How did that happen? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I have something too. I guess I picked up something. Yeah, there we go. Hello. So you play on a bunch of different servers at the same time, or how does it work?
So I've mostly been going in order with the groups. Like this group, 4 of them are from my original playthrough. So Zane's World, Beeblebump, GG, which is Golden Gate, and myself. We all started playing together first when it came out last year. And we all got equally addicted at the same time, quickly. Took over our lives. I'm sure Hubs can verify that. And yeah, so we did that server with a couple different people, and then we moved over to our next playthrough, and we moved over to this server. And like Zane was streaming the first playthrough, and then Beeblebum was streaming the playthrough here. And I see Hubs sneaking behind me. It's making me giggle. And then we kind of have finished this series. And so now I've moved on to Ravenheim. I'm assuming you've heard of Ravenheim?
Yeah, you were talking about it before.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So I'm doing that one right now. That's all content creators. And then I just opened my community server this past week. And so that's all brand new and sparkly shiny. That's the one that Luma and Monty came and played when we did the fly-in on stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun. Do you have a lot of people join your community server, or?
Yeah, it happened much faster than I expected, because when I had set it up, I thought, we'll have the ability in the future to go over 10 people. It's all vanilla, but more people there. And then we had so many people sign up so quickly, I had to up the server immediately. I think on the first day we had 21 people fly in. So yeah, it's going good.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, and it's interesting and exciting to see what they're doing,
Yeah, I kind of miss, it would be nice to sort of just be playing the game for a while, especially playing on a server with some more people, just more casually playing on my free time. But now we spend so much time working on it, and we do some streaming now and then. And I do play, I still play a bit with my wife because she still hasn't gone through the whole game, so we play sometimes. But I still want to play some other games as well, so there's not way too much time to just casually play.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does sound like a lot of fun.
It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, and I spend some time doing for tutorials and research and everything, doing stuff in dev commands for just testing things and trying things. But it's not the same. It's not the same as doing a real genuine playthrough with your friends.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I can even for me who sits in the editor and with dev commands all day long, just the difference in when I play when I'm working, I always have the sound off, and I use cheats all the time just because I'm testing lots of stuff, spawning and stuff, and so on.
Yep.
But even so, like even the same day, I can just like sit down in the evening and play, and then I'm playing full screen. I have audio on, and there's no cheats or anything involved. And it does feel sort of like a completely different game. It doesn't really ruin it to be working on the game. And like I can say from experience that it's not a lot of games that you can work on all day, every day, and even come home in the evening and like play them and just have fun. And like, yeah, this is still a pretty awesome game to play. And for me, that's like just amazing to be able to work on a game that works. Like it's both so much fun to work on it, and it's also still so much fun to play it.
That's awesome. So, yeah, I wouldn't think that happens all the time, and quite a few of you guys just play the game for fun sometimes. So that's really
exactly.
neat.
And yeah, I think, like I said, I don't think there's at least not the majority of games that people work on are like that. But I think, I mean, this being a more open-ended game that has a lot of like creativity involved, and like, yeah, you can do a lot of different stuff in it. I think it might be more prone to work in that way compared to, say, a more linear game or something like that.
The ground is shaking.
Uh-oh.
Kill them all! They won't be able to get in here. The space is completely protected. But
we'll have to go out to kill them then.
Yeah, go knock them out anyway, if we can find them. I don't see any over here. I was just thinking earlier that I hadn't had a raid in a while. Do you see any over on that side, Hubs?
Yeah, I got one over here.
Oh, they're over there. This would be awesome in my Ravenheim playthrough because I'm trying to use all troll armor on that one, which I haven't done before.
There's one in the corner here.
Oh, found him.
Oops. Maybe I should eat some food.
That's a good idea. I could use something more than wood arrows too, make it go a little faster.
I got needles going.
You got what going?
Needle arrows.
Oh. Yeah, me too. I mean, I could just jump over there and hit him.
Ow.
Are you trying to get him to attack my wall? Oop, don't fall down. The shake You're gonna knock over my tree. I want that pine tree there. Mean troll. What a troll. Oh no. Oh, good thing I had eaten because I just jumped right clear over the wall into the ditch.
Yeah, I mean, considering how these events, like in the beginning of the game, they really kind of can break your. I mean, they can be really difficult and break a lot of your base, and then people get better at the game. They have better gear. Maybe we should add some more difficult events, or what do you say?
For later in the game, though, right? I mean, I assume they're going to bring more harder ones.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, with upcoming biomes and everything, there'll be more.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm just thinking people get so good at defending their bases, so maybe there needs to be even scarier events.
Like something that you can't protect from?
No, I mean the whole idea of building a base is being able to protect yourself, but...
I was going to say, builders everywhere would cry their eyes out if you make it to where they can't protect their builds. I mean, the Drake raids are scary for just that reason when they come. Like, you can't keep Drakes out. But fortunately, that's early enough.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be too worried about that.
You want to come claim your bed?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
It's over here. I'm guessing you've seen some of my base maybe before.
I'm not sure if I've been on this server, though. I think I was...
Well, no, you haven't been on the server. That's true. You haven't been.
Yeah, but you made some builds, right? For we were in a... Oh, is this my room?
This is your room.
Wow, this looks nice.
Thank you. Hubs did the roof.
Yeah. Wow, I have a nice view on all sides. This is nice.
And you can thank Luma for the tar that was used to build this room, because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went tar hunting with me.
That's nice. So this is this I mean this server, is it cheat free, or is it like? you
Yeah,
build
no,
with-
it's 100% vanilla.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. There's only 8 people on this server. And
Yeah?
yeah, everything is vanilla. Our group kind of prefers to play vanilla.
Yeah,
It's typically
I
what
mean,
we do.
yeah, I think the game is. I mean, of course it's good that the commands are there, but I mean to actually play the game, I really think you should not use the cheats at all, because then you end up like just surpassing most of the game, and then you kind of lose it. I can understand people who just want to like, okay, today I just want to go in and build something, but then they maybe do it in a separate world, and yeah. Otherwise, you're just basically ruining it for themselves, I think.
Yeah, me and Luma had talked about that a little bit too, that it can be a slippery slope kind of thing, you know, like, oh, I'll just do this one thing this one time, and then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to sail back for 2 pieces of iron, so I'll just, you know, and
Yep,
on it
exactly.
goes until you're
Yep.
like full on cheating.
Exactly.
These are the other guys' rooms I have built so far down here, if you want to see them.
Yep.
This is Luma's room.
Well, that's an interesting roof.
Thank you.
Does that work, or?
Yes, it works. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's cool.
I did a video on how to make custom roofs that are watertight.
Oh, nice.
It's one of my favorite things
Yeah.
because it's unique.
Oops. Yeah, this is nice. You even had a royal kind of a bed here with posts
Right.
and everything. But I mean, he can jump out of his window here. I'd be a little bit worried. But luckily, it's water under, so
That's true.
it's okay.
Yeah, I need to go fancy up your bed some. I apologize. I didn't have time
No,
to
no, no. I
fancy
didn't mean it
up.
like that. Didn't
This
mean it like
is
that.
this is Lisa's room.
Oh, it looks nice. Very fancy.
I got my skylight in here.
Oh, yeah. And that works too for the water
You know,
protection?
the skylight is very interesting actually because when it rains, it looks like it's raining through the skylight. And the bed and you underneath it stay completely dry.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I guess that would be considered a bug, but let's not talk about that now.
But you
No, I think that's
know,
fine.
now that I think about it, you could use that like to build a shower in your house.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's cool.
So you can take a shower when it's raining.
But don't you want to get wet if you're in the shower, though?
Well, you know, it's good. You don't have to be made wet.
You get wet when you. Do you get
No.
wet when it comes through? So you don't
No,
really get wet.
it would just be decoration, how it looks. That kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's just the effect that goes through. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was nice. And yeah, I see she got her bone tower shield.
Yes. Yes. I know. I was like, okay, well, she, you know, helped with that.
Yeah, she made that one, so that's just correct.
Nice. Yeah. So I was like, well, she's definitely getting a shield.
Which is
In
like the
her room.
highest polygon item we have, probably.
Yeah.
So what's out here then? Is this his balcony?
oh,
or?
yeah.
Ooh, cool.
His balcony.
That's cool. Yeah, he can jump into the water here too, I see.
I mean,
We
if
can
they
actually-
really
he
like
can-
swimming.
Yeah, he can
Should I
can
push
spy
you?
on Luma over here, I think. He can like
Can he? Can you get far enough?
I
Oh, if I zoom
I
out,
think so.
you
You
can't
can easily
really
see into his bed. I'd be a bit worried though. I mean, if I was
Oh.
Luma, I would be worried, like Grimcore.
He may need to
watching him
put.
while I sleep.
He may need to put up curtains.
Yep, I can see this jump being made as well, so I might actually harass him during the night, but that's
You're
It's
gonna
fine.
give him ideas,
yeah.
or he
Yeah.
won't be here, and you'll come do it and blame it on him.
Yeah, might be so.
So is that? Yeah, that's all of the rooms, and then let me show you our room real quick. And it's getting dark, so we could get asleep. Are you heading over this way, Hubs? I don't think either one of you have your things on. I can't see you on the map.
Oh,
Visible to other players.
there you go.
Oh, look. There's people here now. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is very nice. I like that all the whole house is so far up, like a treehouse kind of
Yeah.
a thing.
My treehouse. Got leaves coming through the walls.
Yeah. Didn't you make in the treehouse competition?
I
Did you?
did not submit anything for that, no.
Oh, okay, no.
I don't think this was far enough along at the time that I would
Oh, okay.
have wanted to.
Yeah.
But watch this fancy trick. Hubs, you ready to go to bed?
I am.
Okay. Watch. This is kind of weird asking you to watch me and my husband get in bed. I'm just saying for the
It's
record.
okay.
It's a little weird.
I'm all in.
Don't freak out. Okay,
Okay.
ready? Good night. Did you see what happened?
Nope.
What?
He's looking the other way.
Wait, I mean you're laying in the middle, or wait?
Okay,
you're
wait.
laying in this.
Let's get up again.
He's laying down under the bed.
I made it a
Right.
bed for two.
Oh, okay. Let's see this again. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I get to sleep in the bottom of the bed. But
He's just hidden under the covers is all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty
That's not
neat.
really
I mean,
soft.
yeah, that's definitely a custom bed I can see here. Lots of different parts.
For sure.
That's neat.
would be nice if the dragon bed or something would allow for two.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's space enough in it, so
Right.
should definitely do it.
That's possible. Unless somebody comes and gets in your bed that you don't want there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can't really get them out of it then.
That would be a different problem.
Maybe you could double claim it just so that you could.
Yeah, you could always claim both sides and then you lose the other one. So,
That's true.
well, I like your kitchen here anyway. It feels like it's spacious and you
Thank
have lots
you.
of room for everything.
Do you have
Like-
food with... Oh, that's something I was going to ask you about. Okay, so you're the programmer at Jonathan. Let's try that again. Take two. You're the programmer at Iron Gate, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say the programmer since Richard, the main boss, is also the main programmer. But yeah, so it's me and
That's
him that do all the
true.
coding.
I think in my mind I have him in a different category than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, definitely is, and I mean, he's also like CEO, and he's also has to be in all the meetings and take all the big decisions and do all the boring stuff. So I mean, in a way, I'm in a good seat because I get to sit and work on the game, like most of my time, and he has to do a bunch of other stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. That's well, I mean, y'all just put out that video this past week about the fireside chat with everything, and it was really neat that he was there. We don't hear from him very often.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
that
he,
kind of was one of the things he said. Like, there's a lot of managing and stuff going on, and he really just wants to sit and code.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, he's yeah, that's pretty much sums it up pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I think it's still really cool. Like a lot of how should you say, CEOs slash bosses, founders, everything. They might not be as into the, how should you say, they might enjoy that part of it and just sit on the publishing side or just think about like profits and sales and all that stuff. But I mean, he'd rather just sit and make games.
Yeah.
That's why he's here. So. Yeah, I think that's still pretty cool.
And it all comes out of his mind, so it all has to be cleared back through his vision of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it works pretty well.
There were a lot of interesting things in that video put out. about the caves update and eventually the Mistlands. Looking back on y'all's kind of history over the past first year.
Yeah.
So Monty said on Twitter that there were a couple like sneak peeks hidden.
In the fireside chat, you mean, or what?
Yes, in the Fireside chat.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you put out a video on that, or some
So
people did already?
okay, what I saw was a new rug and a new set of armor.
Yeah.
Did I
Those
miss
are-
anything?
Can't say for sure, to be honest. Like, I not sure that I looked at the final version of this chat, because we always do some different like updates on it, and I looked at it. And it's mostly to listen to it to see like what are they talking about. So I can't say for sure exactly what she hit in there, if there's anything more or not. So I guess you'll have to look through it again.
Yeah. I think that's all there was, but everybody's really excited about getting the new rug and the new armor.
Yeah, I think people will be pretty happy with the update. I mean, it's always a bit scary to release stuff because it's such a big community of people, and we always we care what people think, and we don't want to make people disappointed or angry or sad or whatever. So we try to do our best and keep working on the game. So yeah, but I mean I think it's looking pretty well, good. So I think most people will be happy with it.
Yeah, everybody's excited about it. I think one of the things I like about the look of the rug is that it has a very straight edge on it. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because like a lot of
Yeah,
the rugs that we have are very ragged on the end, and so if you're trying to cover a large space, you have to like hopscotch them together or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, one of the things I think is pretty amazing with the builder community is like you give them one piece and it can be like nothing. It can be like a little piece of wood or something, and they just magically turn it into 2,000 different things. So like, yeah, like you're saying, you're already thinking in other dimensions of what this rug can be. We're just like, yeah, let's add a rug. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself as part of the building community because I love building. I mean, I do other things, but I really enjoy it. And so, yeah, any new thing, any new little thing, immediately it's like, what can we do with it? What can we do with it?
Yeah.
And even if it's not something for a building, like anything else that we can put somewhere, how can we use it in different ways? And like finding ways to show part of the object and not the other, so it looks like something different.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm still looking, like, all the time when I run through these builds, it's like, ooh, this must be mods. And then they're like, no, it's mod free. Or, I mean, in some cases it is, and that's fine. But it's just like, oh, that's one of those things that they're using. Like, I was going to ask you about over here. This butcher's table must be a mod, right? Or
I have no mods on this server at all. And this actually is what I was going to ask you about a while ago before we went off on that tangent. You can't build anything on top of the extensions. So what I did here was I put a couple of wood posts phased right onto the edge of the butcher's table, and then attach the item stands to the edge of those so the meat overlays onto it.
Oh, yeah, that's how you did that. Okay, yeah, and I was going to say, because I thought this grill looked really cool, and I was like, first I was like, okay, this is a mod, but then I can sort of see the parts, but I still think that's pretty amazing. Like, you have like, I want a grill in my world too, but I don't have one.
You can build one.
Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
So, do you know how hard would it be? Is there a reason that we can't put item stands on the extensions for anything? Cooking, iron?
Okay, so I mean, all items have like different like flags of stuff, what they can and cannot do. And this basically, like, if you can build on them, if they're supportive, basically if you can build several items on top of each other. Some items have been, and then it turns out, oh, you can sort of exploit that. So we might have turned it off. I can't say for sure why it's not on extensions. To be honest, I can't really see any reason why. Like, for example, at least this table is like, it looks supportive. Like, we don't want it to look way too unrealistic. So say if you could build on top of the what's it called, the wood axe thing. What is it called? Let's see. Chopping block. Like if you could build chopping blocks and then another one on top of that, that's balancing on the axe, that would kind of look kind of wonky, I guess.
But
So
what if somebody had a purpose and a unique build that it would be really cool to have it done that way, to be able to have it. I mean, does it hurt anything in the game for that kind of thing to happen?
I mean, in some ways, no, it doesn't. But it's always a balance. Like, if it's a completely like 100% open, you can do everything. Then you sort of lose the limitations that also inspire a lot of creativity. But I mean, I'm not saying that this is one of those examples. But if things are way too open, then you also lose some of the creativity, I think. At the same time, I mean, there are several situations where like some of us think like, oh, we could open this up more, like we could place more items on item stands and stuff like that. But how should you say? Like, I mean, it's always a discussion a little bit like, what looks good in the game? Does that feel the Valheim way? Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to say like specific example, but yeah, there's always some people who think a little more to one side and one to the other side, and then it's also like we don't want to introduce just changing things all the time, because it can, like, if we change things in one direction and then all of a sudden decide no, that didn't work, then we change them back, people might get angry. Also, as soon as we change things, that means it has to be tested a lot. We might break things. We don't want to break people's worlds and stuff like that. Like, that's more like in general sense, just for making extensions buildable, like supportive. I think that could definitely be done.
Okay. I mean, it seems like to me that wouldn't be out of the Valheim way, because it's just like you would sit something on a table, and we can set up things on other tables. You would sit things on a workbench. Like, I don't
exactly. I mean, some of them for sure.
Yeah.
I think some of them would not be like. Yeah, depends a little bit on the item. I think if it makes it look too wonky, like you can make something that looks really crap, then we might not want it in the game. I mean, there's always not that we encourage it, but there's always the option for somebody who really wants to do it, just add a mod, and they can probably do it then.
But I don't play with mods.
No, that's good. That's good. We support you slightly extra because of that.
Thank you. Not everybody does.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, and I'm not anti-mod in any way. It's just
I know.
It's just cool to see what people can do in the vanilla, because then, like, I mean, I think it's really cool what modders do, but as soon as you open up that world, then it's like, then anything is possible as well. So then you're on a different set of rules, you could say. So
yeah. And that reminds me of two things that I hear so much in the community. Like, one of them is, well, people have been modding this already, so it wouldn't be a big deal for them to do it. Obviously, it can be done. And number two is, well, they already have X in the game, so it would be easy just to add X into the game.
yeah, I think that comes back pretty much to the same thing I was saying before. Like, we could add tons of stuff. Like, we could just sit all day and make items, or we could sit all day and make new weapons and stuff. But like, both adding, like I was saying before, adding things takes time to test, and it takes time to make sure we don't break things, and also, like, and that does take time away from working on the main progression line, which I think is the what we mostly want to focus on. Right. But at the same time, we are putting in a few things here and there to make the community happy, and like whatever fits. And also, like, I mean, the game is it has a lot of different types of players. Like, if the only thing we did was add new build items, then the game would turn into a game only made for builders, and the builders
Exactly.
would love that, and everybody else would be like, why aren't they adding new bosses, new biomes, new challenges, new events,
Yeah.
anything like that, new game modes? I mean, I don't know. So it's really a balance all the time of what needs to be worked on, and also I think I don't want to put words in people's mouths, so I'm not 100% who said this, but I'm pretty sure. But anyway, one of the things we don't want to do is not put in anything that doesn't have a purpose, sort of.
Yeah, I
So
hear Robin's voice in my head on a regular basis.
yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, yeah. But also, I think more people, and I completely agree with that too. Like, we don't want to just clutter it up too much. Like, if you have all of a sudden you have 300 buildable items, then I don't like honestly I don't think we'd see as cool builds, because people would just be like, okay, I can do anything now. So then there's no challenge in making this build anymore.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, if you can do everything, there's no challenge to it as much.
Exactly.
I mean, but yeah, and I guess that's just another balance, like
Yeah.
builders are gonna want to build. They're gonna want to build however they want. Other people are gonna want to do whatever with weapons that they want, or farming or whatever, and it's always the two sides pulling back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it'll definitely come more of everything eventually, slowly. But yeah, it is what it is. Since the game is, it would also be different if the start and the end of the game was already done. If we were already out of early access and we felt like the game is done, and we say, oh, there's a huge community and they're asking for this and that and this and that. I mean, then maybe it would lean more in one direction where it's lacking the most. But since there's already a planned, a lot of content that's not there, and people are really waiting for it because it's said that, okay, there's going to be a certain amount of biomes in this game. We don't want to become a game that an early access game that fizzles out and didn't finish the game. So yeah.
Yeah, that is a balance. I like that y'all are doing both, though. That's something that I've said in the past. Like, everybody looks forward to the big things, but the little things are a nice surprise too, especially for the people that are here all the time. People that play every week or every day. The little ones along the way are kind of a nice little reward, instead of just the people that come for the big giant named updates.
Yeah, exactly. And I really hope we can keep doing it like that. Like some of the small stuff, it's really a hard balance for us to. You might have talked about that before with somebody else. I'm not sure. I haven't watched all of them, but I think they talked about that in the fireside chat as well. But the main focus is always working on the next big update. But we've also been doing some side updates, like the abomination update, and then now the caves.
Yeah.
But and in a way, those take more time sometimes than we were originally thought. And then we feel like, okay, maybe we need to focus more on the main updates. But at the same time, like some of the smaller updates, I made that item stand thing in.
Yes, thank you.
A few days.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But it's in total that took me. I mean, it took a few. I can't say for sure how many, but in total hours, it would be a few work days. A little for me, and then a little bit of testing, and then a little bit of everything. But making smaller things like that and releasing them in between biomes, I think, is a much more viable solution where we can, we can focus on putting most of our man hours on the main progression while there's still stuff to make, and making smaller things along the way.
And little quality of life things like that can go a long way.
Yeah, exactly. And like that building square thing that you were talking about.
That building square thing that I was talking about is the yellow highlight square that you can't see through when placing a horizontal item stand. Stay tuned to find out what's happening with that. Until then,
Happy gaming, everybody. Thanks for watching.
happy gaming.